Josh is in handcuffs. Hey friends, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. So today I'm finally going to do the long-awaited story time of how Josh proposed to me. And it is kind of a long story, and I haven't really thought about how I'm going to tell it. I'm literally just going to go off the seat of my pants and just go from like the first thing I remember until it happens. Just to warn you, this was like a prank proposal, and as sweet as it wasn't like, oh my god, it was like intense, and then it was cute and sweet. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my perspective, how I felt and what was going through my head and everything that was going on through the process. And then if you want to see like his point of view, he also posted a video. The whole thing is on there, the whole like the whole proposal. He filmed the whole thing, and I'll be putting little clips of that here and there throughout this video. So you'll still see it if you're not interested in watching his, but his point of view is there if you're interested. I'll put that in the cards and I'll link it down below. Because it is really sweet video that I hold so close to my heart. I think it is adorable. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started. We were living away from home at college at this point, and we had been dating for almost 3 years. I think we were like a month away from our 3-year anniversary, and we were home for Thanksgiving break. His birthday fell on Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving break, and the Wednesday before Thanksgiving was November 23rd. That was the day that this whole event happened. We were supposed to go on a date night for his birthday, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving's obviously going to be chaotic and busy, and we knew that we probably wouldn't have a minute to go out to eat or like celebrate his birthday if we didn't go that night. So Wednesday night we were supposed to go out to dinner and go on a little date night for his birthday, and my mom, I can't remember what she wanted me to go do. Like, I think we were like gonna go to the grocery store or maybe like go to Goodwill. I don't know. She wanted me to run an errand with her, and she timed it at a time that like I thought that I wouldn't have time to get ready for the date when we got back. So I went ahead and curled my hair and put on a cute outfit, and I was like, okay, when I run back home, I'll just like do my makeup and then it'll be fine. So I didn't have any makeup on. So Josh texted me and said something was going on at his mom's work, and I was like, okay. And he said that the police had just pulled up, and I was like, okay. And I wasn't like freaking out or anything. I was just like, okay. And then we got in the car, and I texted Josh and I said, hey, I'm gonna go run errands with my mom. I'll let you know when we get back so that we can go out to eat. And he freaked out because my mom was in on it the whole time, and I didn't know anything. So whenever I said, hey, we're leaving, I was just letting him know, hey, I'm about to leave the house. I'll let you know when I get back. And he freaked out because they weren't like ready or set up for this to happen. So he calls my phone, and he's like, oh no, his mom calls my mom's phone. And I was like, and she showed it to me, and I was like, why is she calling you? And my mom's like, I don't know. And then I cannot hear anything that she's saying on the phone, but my mom's just like, okay. And then when she gets off the phone, I think that my mom, see the memory's kind of blurry, but I'm pretty sure that my mom was like, so the cops just got there and they're talking to Josh about something that he did last night. And I was like, why? Whenever he said something was going on at like his mom's work or whatever, I just assumed that it had something to do with like somebody else. I didn't think it had anything to do with like him or like his mom. I was just like, okay. I like brushed it off. Like I would never assume that he would do something. It's really funny now to think back on this memory because it's like just so funny. But and then Josh's mom calls me. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said the cops wanted to talk to me because, and then I was like, oh my gosh, he must like really be in trouble because Josh wasn't answering his phone. Like I tried to call him and he didn't answer, and then his mom was like, hey, they want you to come up here, they want to talk to you. And I was like, what the heck is happening right now? Like I was like, what do you mean they want to talk to me? And so I was like freaking out immediately. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't do anything illegal. Like I'm freaking out the whole way. My mom's driving me over there, and the whole way that she's driving me over there, I'm like,
Mom, I've never done anything illegal. I didn't do anything illegal. Like we don't do anything. I don't understand what's going on. Like why would the cops want to be over there?
And then he hung out. I know that he hung out with his friends the night before, so my mind was like turning. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if one of his friends died and the cops had to like come tell him because like they were with him last night? And so like then I started like overthinking to the fact, because I knew we hadn't done anything like illegal for the cops to come searching for us. And I knew, like, I don't know, I was just like trying to put puzzle pieces together, and I was like, and he doesn't do anything wrong. Like, I just couldn't imagine Josh doing anything to like be in trouble. So I was just like, oh my gosh, one of our friends died. Like, I just started like panicking. Anxiety took over. I was like panicked. And then we pull up to the place and Josh is in handcuffs. Handcuffs. Do y'all want to know what's going through my head? So my mom and my little sister that was 8 years old at the time my little sister that was 8 years old was in the back seat, because I thought that we were going literally just to go grocery shopping or something. So she's with us and we pull up and my boyfriend is in handcuffs and my mom's in the car, my sister's in the car, and I was just like, like I just freaked out immediately. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Why is he in handcuffs? And I just looked at my mom and was like, oh my god, he's in handcuffs. I was like, what's going on? So then like the thought of like our friend being dead was going out of my head. He's in handcuffs. Like I was like, he did something. What the heck did he do? Like immediately trust was out the window. He was in handcuffs. I was like, he's in trouble. So then I'm like sitting in the car just like watching everything go on, and there's like 2 cop cars. Him and his friend are in handcuffs. One of the friends that he hung out with the night before, they're in handcuffs. His mom is sitting there with her phone out recording and she's crying, and I'm just sitting in the car like, what is going on? And my mom's like, shouldn't you get out of the car? And I was like, I don't want to. Like I was like scared. One of my mother-in-law's friends that was just standing out there, she like came to the car and she's like, come on, they want to talk to you. And I was just like, okay. And then so I get out of the car and I like walk over to his mom, because she's like standing away from what's going on. She's like recording, and my immediate thought wasn't weird that she was recording. I thought like, okay, people record people getting arrested all the time because things go wrong. And so she's crying, like bawling her eyes out, crying. And I just look at her and I was like, so what's going on? And she wouldn't say anything to me. And I was just like, what's going on? And she was just like, I think they want to talk to you. I think that's all she said to me. And I was just like, what? And then this cop like was right there when she said that, and he like pulled me over. And so you can see the clip like where he's talking to me, and he was like, okay, so we have your husband on video camera of him stealing a laptop last night at Best Buy. Do you know anything about that? And my immediate thought was like, he did what? You have him on camera? On camera? He's dead. He's so dead. He did what? Like, I immediately believed the cop. Why wouldn't I believe the cop? I was like immediately pissed. Like, I went from I'm freaking out and worried about my boyfriend at the time to he's dead, I'm so pissed, like I'm gonna kill him. Like, I was just like, whoop, you got him on camera? He did it? Why are you talking to me? Then he was like, do you know anything about that? And I was like, no. And I said no. And then he was like, so he wasn't with you last night? And I was just like, no. I was like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm not on those cameras. Nope, he was not with me last night. I just started like overthinking. Like the overthinking was just like all over my whole head. Like I couldn't even process that the cop was walking away from me and like going to Josh. Like in the clip of him just like walking away, I'm not there. Like I'm in my head so hard that none of it makes sense. I'm just like mad. It's so funny now. Okay, and then he says like something about me being an alibi or something, and I said no. I was like, no, I wasn't with him. Like I have nothing to do with this. He said something like he was gonna let Josh something. I don't remember what he said. I think Josh put captions on his video. But then he unlocks Josh's handcuffs and Josh gets down on one knee, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, are you being serious? Like I think that's the first thing that I said. When he got down on one knee, I was just like still processing what the cop had just said to me about him stealing something. And so like he gets down on one knee and I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? And then he gets down on one knee and he like says cute stuff. I think you can hear him in the video. And he asked me to be his alibi forever. And that's so funny because I said no to the cops when they were trying to get me to be his alibi. They're like, was he with you? And I was like, nah. Like I was like, I'm not being your alibi. I ain't got nothing to do with this. And obviously I said yes, and then we were engaged, and it was really funny after that. And we were all laughing about it and rewatching the video, and like his mom was crying because it was like this happy moment for her son, and she was like recording it so that we would have the video, and she was like on Facebook Live, and all my family was watching, and it was sweet. Like in my head, I just thought she was worried about him. And then as soon as I say I do, we're like about to hug, and then one of the cops like runs up and like hooks us together, like takes the handcuff that's not on Josh's wrist and puts it on mine. So like when we're hugging, my arm's like back a little bit, and it looks freaking stupid. So like the pictures of like right when we get engaged like are kind of messed up. And then obviously all my worries went away, and I was like really happy and excited, and I called my best friend and my grandparents, and I told everyone that we were engaged, and we just laughed about it, and everyone like watched the videos together, and it was really sweet. And then something even crazier happened. So when Josh posted the video, I think he posted it within like 24 hours of it happening. It went like, I'm not gonna say like it went viral, because like, I mean, it did for like us. We didn't have like any social media at the time or anything. So like the amount of views and stuff that it got was like wild and crazy to us. And then the news picked us up. It was 13 WMIZ. I hope that I can find this clip to put it in there, because it's so cool to me and funny.
Staged a mock arrest of Josh and his friend, saying they were under arrest for shoplifting the night before.
I was kind of hoping that she'd say, you know, yes, just to laugh on me. No, I'm just playing.
I pull up and Josh is in handcuffs and his friend's in handcuffs, and I'm like, what is going on? Because Josh is just not one of those people to get in trouble.
Finally, the handcuffs come off.
And then a year and a half later, we got married. So yeah, that is the story of how my husband pranked me so hard, and I believed every single second of the prank. I never for a thought that he would prank me, because like, honestly, before this, we never pranked each other. So he really got me, because like that was probably the last thing that I would have thought of. And then like when the cops say that they have you on camera, like why would you question them? Like, okay, you got him on camera. The end. Like period, point blank. You got evidence. So now when I think back to it, them asking me if, oh, was he with you last, like they were trying to get me to be his alibi. Like they thought that that would be cute, which it would have been cute. But now that I think back to like the detail, it doesn't make sense that they would ask me if he was at my house if they had him on camera. Like if they actually had him on camera, like when it wouldn't have mattered if I said that he was at my house, because you have him on camera doing it. Okay, anyways. Make sure you're following me on Instagram so that you don't miss any of the polls or the fun little stuff that I'm doing. And make sure you're subscribed, because I'm posting a video every single day in June, and I don't want you to miss it. All right, bye.